and welcome to Ask Karla Presents, the Information Exchange. I am your host, Dr. Karla Davis Luster, and tonight we have an amazing show put together for you. We're going to be talking about balancing relationships while being an entrepreneurship. And these individuals that I have here are definitely serial entrepreneurs, I will say, and they have some amazing things that they have done, but they're going to let loose and talk about how that affects the relationship or how it enhances the relationship. Tonight, we're just letting all things fly. So I am so grateful for the cast that I have that's coming on tonight. And I want to start off with this first young lady. She is absolutely amazing. I was so ecstatic that she agreed to come onto the show. Her name is Nicole Tarver. She is a nationally recognized realtor. She's an entrepreneur, investor, speaker, and a devoted mother who has built over, listen to this everybody, 20 million in career real estate sales. 20 million, not $20, but 20 million, okay? While leading multiple businesses focused on wealth creation, investing, and education. After a successful 14-year corporate career with Eli Lilly Amgen, Ashley transitioned into entrepreneurship, where she now helps families build wealth through real estate while inspiring women to pursue purpose, balance, and legacy. And we all know how important those three things are. Her story has been featured on, listen to this, HGTV's House Hunters, Fox 32 Chicago, okay, Fox 32, we all know that, definitely in Chicago, and nationally through Real Trends, verified as one of the top 1.5% of realtors in America. Please join me in welcoming Nicole Tarver. Hello, gorgeous. How are you? Looking amazing. Thank you.
Excited to be here.
I am excited to have you. So I'm going to get going with getting the rest of the team here so that we can get this conversation rolling. So my next individual, he is definitely a gem, okay? He's definitely a gem. Haider Tawakali, an entrepreneur and the founder of Healthy Homes in Chicago Pest Control. He specializes in helping homeowners through construction, restoration, and insurance claims with a focus on education, transparency, and quality workmanship. Beyond his business, Haider sponsors underprivileged children. That is absolutely amazing and phenomenal. Children, he helps these children to provide access to education and is also a talented artist known for creating hyper-realistic paintings. And I want to throw something else in there for all of you who has my second book, I'm Not a Homeworker, Opportunist Maybe. He is that handsome guy that's on the cover that I get all of these like questions. Who is that on your cover? Who is that on your cover? Please join me in welcoming Haider Tawakali. Hi, Haider. Hello.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Now, what can I say about this next entrepreneur, this young lady? When I met her, we had an instant connection. She is absolutely phenomenal. You have to experience the London experience. You haven't experienced anything until you do that. She is amazing. London is a visionary entrepreneur, luxury beauty expert, and you'll see when she walks on, and the CEO of Dawn Rising New Beginnings Corporation. With more than 20 years of experience in the beauty industry, she has built a brand defined excellence, innovation, and empowerment. Those are three additional things that we know that are extremely important. As the owner of the London experience, and I have experienced the London experience, she is committed to delivering elevated luxury services while creating opportunities that transforms lives. That's huge. And we're going to hear from her tonight. A devoted mother and an influential leader, London is passionate about building a legacy rooted in purpose, resilience, and lasting impact. Please join me in welcoming, the London experience. Hello. I'm trying not to mess up their makeup right throwing out these kisses. And last but not least, This is one of my pride and joys, and I have to throw this out here. It'll probably kill me later. This is my first cousin, relative, but he is a bad boy. Anything that he puts his hands on and anything that he touches turns to gold. He is definitely a one in a million and a gem. Marquise Antonio. He is the owner, operator of the Chicago Mold Service, LLC. He's very humble, very, he keeps it low key, but he is definitely someone you want to know. Please join me in welcoming Marquise Antonio Reeves. Hello. What's up? All right. Okay, well, we are here tonight, and as you can see, I have some people here we're going to talk about relationships and how we balance it with being an entrepreneur. We have our ups, we have our downs. I know I do, being in the game for years upon years. I mean, that can get serious, but I want to get this game started, and I'm going to throw the first question out to this lovely young lady that's sitting next to me. Okay, London, to answer this one. Have you ever lost a relationship, and we just going to jump right in, right? Have you ever lost a relationship because of your ambition?
I don't feel like I lost the relationship because of my ambition. I feel like I lost the relationship because he didn't understand my ambition. And when you are passionate about what you do and what you have going on, if another person has never been an entrepreneur before, haven't stayed up all night, invested everything that they possibly had, and don't know what they're gonna make next week, they wouldn't understand that when the phone rings, you gotta go.
You gotta go.
I don't feel like I lost the relationship because of my ambition. I lost it because they didn't understand where I was going.
That's huge. Marcus, what you got to say about that?
Well, I wouldn't say I lost the relationship, but what I would say, it does take a toll on a relationship, especially when the individual do not understand. But I'm facing some of the challenges right now today. I was just speaking to Haider about this a while ago. It's a challenge. However, I think that sitting the spouse or whatever, girlfriend or whatever, talk about the things and try to get them to understand. And sometimes, getting them involved with things, giving them tasks to do, it kind of helps you out a little bit.
You mean give them the task and what you're doing?
Whatever you're doing,
involve them
some
in your
involve them
business.
in understanding. Because sometimes we get selfish, and when I come in the house, I don't want to talk about business after so many customers and the phone ringing off the hook. I don't want to talk about anything. But guess what? She sits back and like, wow, what's going on? How was your day? But I don't feel like talking about it. So I think that getting them involved in it helps.
Okay.
Huge.
Okay, Ashley, what about you? Have you had this situation happen?
Not that I've necessarily lost a relationship, but I believe I outgrew where we were.
That's okay.
Oftentimes, people can fall in love or like who you are when they meet you, but not understand that you're in a place where you're continuing to evolve.
Yes.
And sometimes who you grow and evolve into doesn't align with that person, especially if they don't have an entrepreneurial mindset.
Wow.
Because I understand everybody's not built for entrepreneurship.
No,
right?
they're not.
But, having a partner that understands that, and to his point, involving them in it if they're open to it, right? Or understanding that that's going to be the gap in your relationship, that your foundation is going to have to be super solid beyond who you are as a business person, because it's going to take you in a different direction that your partner may not be ready for.
Wow, that's huge.
That was a good answer.
Definitely. Haider, I gotta ask you, have you ran into any issues when you're working those 20-hour days?
Yeah, I have actually many times. Dating when you're starting a business, it's really a hustle. Every moment of every day you really have to think about it, because if you're not out grinding the next guy, they're going to overtake you and they're going to take over your territory. So absolutely, I've had some incredible people that have come into my life, and unfortunately I've lost them. And I still remember, like, one day I'm talking to this one girl that I would, and she had told me, she's like, you gotta just stop working so much. But the thing is, when you're in this industry, when you're an entrepreneur, you eat what you hunt. And if you're not hunting, you're hungry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I want to take you out, if I want to do these things, I gotta hustle. And if I'm not hustling, I'm on credit card debt. I'm losing, So and it does happen. So it's a
And I
tough
bet
industry.
he's right about that. Where I can insert something there too. I bet you when you stop hunting, that dialogue change real fast. Guaranteed.
Absolutely.
So let's go into that. You said when you stop hunting, the dialogue changes really fast because they can't see what you're doing because you're out there for many hours, grinding, right? Grinding. However, when you stop grinding, if you stop grinding, the money stop.
Right.
That's what I
Because
gotta
the
say.
business we in, like you said, it's a hustle, and like on a Saturday, we was in church Saturday, and we go to Moody Church. I was in Moody Church. The phone was ringing. I looked at my phone, and my significant other said, "Wow, we in church." I'm like, "Well, guess what? Look, when you see, I let her read. I let her, look at the dialogue on the phone." She said, "Oh, okay. Well, that was a substantial amount of money I would have been making after I left church to go take care of this deal." So sometimes I think, they don't see this until it's not there. You want to go to Lululemon, well, guess what? Hey, that hustle, I gotta keep hustling.
Well, time for it.
This is where it is. So I think they don't understand it until they really, really feel it. And I think what he just said, it makes a lot of sense. So
Yeah, like when that conversation happened, we can't go on that
Absolutely.
trip this year.
Yeah.
That's
And
right.
then they looking like, oh.
No, let me let him work.
So let me throw this out there and anybody can jump in. Does success in business make relationships harder? Because it's sounding like, they don't understand why you're putting in the hours and you're not available. But once the money, stop, does it make it harder? Does success make it harder?
Now, this may be not popular opinion. I say no, because it's all going to depend on the solidarity of the relationship. Success is going to magnify the issues or the strong points.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
If there was an issue with trust, fidelity, communication, balance before, when you become successful and you're potentially in the forefront of more people, there's more money, there's more access, more options come, the success will magnify it.
Wow.
Right?
Okay.
But if you're
okay.
already solid in that, if your partner is extremely empathetic of what you do or what your business calls
Yeah.
for you to have to do, I don't think that the success negatively impacts it. I mean, it opens up doors for you all to live in an even better capacity, right? Live your life more comfortably. But it's all about how solid you were before,
Okay, that
in
is.
my opinion.
So, with you saying that, I'm gonna throw this at you, Ashley. How important is financial stability when choosing a partner as an entrepreneur? Okay, so all of you, I know these two very well, and I've met you and talked to you, and I'm gonna be getting to know you. It sounds like you have a foundation in that you have always had the ambition, and you are, striving to do bigger and better things each and every day. You have what you have, but you're not. I would, rest to say that you're content with continuing to build your, your palace, your kingdom, or whatever. So, would you think that the person that you're bringing into your relationship, just say for instance you were all single and you had to choose a person, is financial stability important, or you're willing to do all the work and provide the finances?
That's for me to start. I don't want to keep people
She said,
financial stability is key. And here's the thing, the stability doesn't equate large wealth. It just is what it's a certain level of stability. No matter what my partner makes, I need to know that you're good with money. I need to know that your credit score is solid. What they call you a significant other, a sign.
What's a good credit score? Let's throw that out there.
You over 720, over 720, right?
Over
we want you to
720,
be,
okay.
800.
So you can't talk to Ashley unless you're over 720.
Yeah,
I just want y'all to know that, right?
I think that's realistic.
I think it's 7. We can say 7.
It's 7.
Okay, you can.
Okay, so you can't talk to London.
Seven.
Well, London you can talk to anyway.
At least a 7. 720. Everybody ain't got a 7.
Okay, we're giving something, but we wonder what debt are you carrying that it's a struggle? Because, not that it's a struggle for you to pay your bills, right? I'm in real estate. I've dated a major real estate mogul. You may carry a lot of debt, right, in doing that, right? So that's okay, but the credit score, the credit profile needs to be strong.
Okay.
Right. But yeah, financial stability is key without a doubt, because that's a reflection in a lot of ways of the character of who you are, how you manage life.
Okay.
And it even helps, me to understand how far we can go together. If
Okay.
you're still struggling there.
If you with somebody and they don't know how to pay bills, be a significant other, and communicate within paying bills and things like that.
Yes, clarity.
That'll make me not like you.
Absolutely.
I don't.
So is this different for the women? I hear what you, Ashley
Yes,
and London
I do
are
think it's
saying.
different for women.
You're saying the 720, the 700, they need to come to the table. Let's talk to the guys. So, over the years and in, past generation, men have been the providers. Women were at home. They were doing the domestic thing, taking care of the children, washing the dishes, cooking the meals. And you guys are, getting the meat.
So bringing it home for us to cook.
So we're up to 2026. How do you guys feel about the woman? Does she need a 720 or a 700 to bring something to the table, or you good with us still staying at home?
See, here's the thing. When men choose a woman, he's not looking at her financial stability. I mean, we're not really looking at that. Now, back in the day, let me put it like this.
Yeah.
Back in the day,
A successful man is
we're not really looking at her finances. I mean, I'm gonna keep it 100. The men are attracted by what they see, and it's not going to change. No matter what people say, that's not going to change. That's the first thing we see. But now today, let's fast forward with what's happening today. What I'm seeing, especially with my crew, we looking at your financials. I mean, where is she at financially? What kind of car she's driving. It's going to kind of give us an indication where we're going with her in the future as far as our financing and what we're going to have to do to keep her happy. We're not going to, no offense to Walmart workers, but we're not going to Walmart looking for women anymore. If we see, it's okay, well, how much am I to spend on her? That's the first thing we're looking at. So I think today it has changed. We're doing what women do. Okay, out there first, one of 5 questions we're going to ask you, what do you do for a living? What's your education background? And I think it's a balance now because we didn't look at that before. So I'm applauding that because it's needed. Because finance does play a part in a relationship. I don't care what you do, it plays a part. And I think it's a good thing on both sides, in my opinion.
Okay, Haider. I mean, you sound like you wanted to jump in there.
I see.
Yeah, I have a different perspective
Like-
on things. I've literally married a woman that had a great career, and let me tell you, honestly, it was the worst decision of my life, and it was extremely costly. The wrong woman will bring you down like a bunch of crabs in a pot. They're going to pull each other down.
Oh, wow.
The right woman will pull you right up, bring you right up into the heavens. And if they support you, you could do anything.
Regardless of the financial status.
Yes.
You don't have to bring something to the table.
If they're supporting you wholeheartedly, you're going to want, I know Marquise is like this too, you're going to want to do better. You're going to want to hustle harder. You're going to want to provide. And the wrong woman, I mean, my God, listen to me when I say this. You're going to want to, you'd rather be, and I've said this before to Marquise, I'd rather be in jail than drive home right now.
No, he's telling the truth.
The wrong woman will destroy your life. The right woman will elevate you to heights you wouldn't even believe.
So, Haider, let me ask you this. Have you ever, so it sounds like in that relationship, were you lonely? Did you feel lonely while as you being successful? She wasn't, it sounded like she was successful.
She was successful, but when you're picking a future spouse, you need to make sure that you are 100% positive, 100% certain that this is the right woman. Especially living in America, I mean, it's a contract. It is a contract. You cannot. Like Tyrese, whatever the football player's name is, he negotiated his football contract, negotiated this, negotiated that, but he didn't negotiate his wedding contract, his marriage contract. Now he has to pay $6 million or something like that for 18 months of marriage and perpetually pay like $300,000 a month. It's ridiculous, right? So, I mean,
She would have.
But we don't know if behind the scenes in that 18
right.
months,
Okay.
the magnitude of the support, sacrifice, the peace that she could have created in the household, the ability, potential. We don't know the details. I'm just saying, right?
I
The
just
ability
look at
to
it
allow
from having
him
a son.
to focus,
Okay.
on
I look at it from, and because you have a son.
But see, I guess, I look at it from having dated in some capacities at the top. I understand that certain powerful, successful men are not easy to date. And now to your point, they
They are
really
not.
don't care about how successful you are and what you bring to the table because it's a drop in the bucket to them. They want you there available physically, emotionally, making sure the household is straight, potentially, contributing to the business, creating a space of peace. And sometimes that can be a prison if you are a woman who gets her worth from being involved in things that bring her happiness outside of being just his
not
partner
having
in
him,
his shadow. But for a woman who's played that role, even if we do take it all the way back to, back in the day, like our grandmas, all those, they deserve to have walked away with something because they've given a lot to make sure that the man could be all that he needed to be. If that were, the case.
But did you say 18 months though? 18
Right,
months.
right.
So you think I'm just for me?
Well, that was marriage. How long was the
Yeah.
relationship?
Yeah. Oh.
No, he was talking about the football player.
Right,
Right,
but I'm saying the
but-
marriage was 18 months. What if they were together for 10 years before getting married?
True.
Well, I don't
And
have that
after 18
information.
years getting married,
we
they
don't know
separate.
that.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know. Yeah,
We don't know the
details.
background.
We don't know the
Okay,
details.
that makes
Yeah.
okay.
I think the core of it all is, the right woman will elevate your life. And as far as financial, what she brings to the table, I think as long as they're, kind, sweet, and positive, and, I think there's a point in your life where you have to say, wow, I'm really happy and satisfied with where my life is at right now. That's when you can go on and add an additional person. If that person that you bring into your life adds to it, then great. If they retract from it and take away from it and make things worse, probably a good idea to kick them to the curb, you know what I mean, for lack of better words.
So I'm going to reverse this question. I had a question: does money solve relationship problems or expose them? Let me throw that out there. So, having money, does that solve the relationship problem? It's sounding like it doesn't, or does it expose more problems?
You want me to answer it?
Sure,
From my perspective?
sure. Anybody jump in?
I think money certainly fixes a lot of issues. There's a lot of issues you're going to have in your life where you just throw money at it and it'll just be resolved. But when it comes down to it, the actual core of the relationship, the foundation that you were alluding to earlier, that is so important because, if that's not strong in itself, then you're just on rocky foundation. But money will absolutely fix
The
a lot of,
surface.
it'll take a lot of like the little small issues out.
The pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it'll just be the big things.
I think it magnifies good and bad.
Magnifies it.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Can a relationship survive if one person levels up financially faster than the other? I think that goes back to, I think you were talking about, sometimes people in a relationship, they don't understand the magnitude of the hours and the things that you have to put in order to build this success. So, once again, if they don't have anything going on, how does that work out? Do you think that one person leveling up financially faster causes problems, or it depends on the person?
I'm gonna say I think it depends on which one. Is it the female who's leveling up faster? Then there might be an issue with a
Let's say
self-esteem.
female is leveling up faster.
Well,
How
for
would you
me, where I
take that?
come from, my background, I'd be like, I applaud it. I'm like, hey, I'm patting you on your back. I'm like, hey, do you? I love it. I'm gonna support that. But that's me. But I know some guys who experience this right now, and it's an issue with them. And I just couldn't understand it, but it's an issue with them, and it is bringing them a lot of chaos too. I mean, everything is intense now in the house with him because she's making more money.
But I think
And-
some men feel like they less of a man when it
Yeah.
comes to that.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
so when a woman makes more money, she may make more money, but still let that man be a man.
Right.
At the end of the day, I was always taught, it's not what that man have, it's what you can handle on your own without that man. And if I level up and he's not leveled up, I'm still gonna allow him to be a man. But
Okay.
behind the scenes, I'm gonna handle what I gotta handle, but I'm still gonna make sure he holds that title as the man. He's the head of the household. A lot of times when women make money, well, I can do it without you.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't be like that. In a relationship, it's a team.
Okay.
If I'm leveling up, baby, you leveling up. I just bought this new car. What car you want? I just did this. What you want? It's
Okay.
supposed to be a team effort. But now in like 2026, it's like women are the new men. So it's like some people, if they don't have that in them, like to allow a man to be a man, they like, what I need you for, baby. I'm here and you're still there. But help him get where you are or close. So
Totally agree.
I think what you said is key. Oftentimes, women entrepreneurs who have to wear so many hats and lead and direct, oftentimes struggle in the household of taking those hats off
Okay.
and being their most feminine self. Some of them. I'm careful by saying that because even though I'm a boss by day, majority of the day, I bask in being the most delicate flower I can ever be in the presence of my man, right? And so even if success were to take me on a trajectory that was a little faster or farther than his, the essence of a man is needed in my life, and so I would not make that be a focus of anything. I also lead my life in a way where, any man that's dating me understands that, whether there's something he does or not, it will get done, right?
Yeah.
I don't have to say, because it's already been getting done. However, that's not a flex, right?
There's nothing you have to say.
Absolutely.
Like, I did it already. Like,
There's definitely space, for that. But I feel that in my experience, men do not necessarily handle it the best, whether the woman is acting feminine or not. To know that she's better financially positioned is not the easiest thing to digest.
Well, let me throw this out at you. How do you balance being emotionally available, while building a business? It can get, pretty tricky sometimes. You come home, you did a 12-hour day, and they want to get busy. I
can figure that
how do you balance the emotional, and you just kind of like trying to just get yourself together in order to be there present, because that's important. Intimacy is very important in a relationship. How do you balance that?
Well, I think it is a team effort, right? Having a partner that understands what you potentially endure on a day-to-day basis and vice versa. As a woman, keeping in mind that the sexual and physical connection is very important. And so for me, who I deal with people all day long, I try to put boundaries in place so that I don't bring work home as much, or my clients can only have so much of my availability, especially as it transitions into the evening, right? Having that time for him and I, or for our family, is essential.
Yes.
Also, having open lines of communication. Hey, babe, it really was a rough day. Like, can we wait till the morning? Like, I promise in the morning, I got you. Like, right now, I'm not at my, I ain't trying to mess up my street, because like, when it come to you, but I'm heavy today, or, just keeping those lines of communication open, right? Making sure there's balance. But having a partner that, rightfully so, is not selfish enough to think that no matter what you've gone through, you need to be ready to put out and do whatever. Like, he's got to understand what I carry.
Okay. What do you say to that, London?
I'm sitting over here like, no, honestly, I think I'm in the place where I'm dealing with those issues right now. Running a business, being a mom, dealing with other issues within my life. Sometimes I'm just tired. And I try to figure out, like, what can I do different? But sometimes I'm not even gonna lie to you. I just be like, I don't care. I want to go to sleep. I'm tired, and it's like I'm burnt out. So I'm trying to figure out how I can stop running myself ragged like that.
Okay. To be
intimacy,
emotionally available.
Yeah, to be, and I it's bad. I don't think that I'm emotionally available a lot.
Okay.
And I feel like my husband is great. Like, dealing with me, I'd probably be like, girl. But I don't know. I don't know if it's like an age thing or whatever it is. It's like I don't want to talk. I just want to just let me breathe.
Yeah.
And then trying to start another business.
Yeah.
It's like my head is like all over the place. I never sleep. Like an entrepreneur's brain is like always going.
Always working.
So I think I need to figure out how to get that intimacy back. Or he might have a girlfriend. But we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
We will go there.
We're
That
not
question
doing
will be
that.
that.
We're not doing that.
When you're not emotionally available, do you feel, and I want to hear from these guys too on that particular thing. When you come home, you work yourself, and you're not, once again, emotionally available, do you feel like that is some type of a tool as far as that they'll step out on you? If it's too much of it. Marcus, you look like you
Well, I want to kind of go back to what she said, but, my testosterone are very high, so I don't have that problem. I'm just joking. But listen, here what I'm going to say is, just don't schedule it. Because when you start scheduling that time, man, it's
Like
just
she
not,
doing it 'cause
it's just not natural.
What do you mean? It's like you're
Schedule
scheduled every
the
Tuesday
intimacy.
night is the
Let's
the
go every
intimacy
Tuesday night
night.
at 6:30 p.m. It's just not the right thing, and sooner or later that's going to become. It's just not natural, and it's not fun. That's, to me, that part of you guys' life is supposed to be fun and natural, and I wouldn't want to schedule that. But what I will say this: when you both are busy, sometimes it's good to be just natural. Like, she can be sitting on the couch, just looking sexy. I mean, just like no makeup or anything on, sitting on the couch, and you going, man, wait a minute, and it kicks in. Make it happen.
That's mad.
Because if it doesn't, if you plan it just become like a business, and it's just not attractive. I couldn't deal with that.
Can you read the tea leaves though? These two young ladies have talked about, there is, a time where you are tired. And can you pick up on that she's tired? Or is it that, okay, I don't care that she's tired, I want what I want?
Absolutely, you can pick up on she's tired. I mean, yeah, and I wouldn't try to overcome that. I would accept that, because I won't want, like I said, I want this to be fun, not like a business, and I don't want it to just be my pleasure. And then she's tired. I wouldn't enjoy that.
Okay.
I would.
I'm coming to you, right?
Yeah, I mean, I live alone. I've lived alone for a long time, so I mean, I gotta schedule my dates. Like, hey, you wanna get together Friday night?
So you
How
still
about Saturday? Sunday, maybe?
Well, and before we leave that, I hope we're also not misconstruing emotional availability with the physical intimacy. Because emotional availability and the ability for me to be available to hear about my man's day and for him to express something to me and to share his thoughts or to hear about the weight of the world that he has on him, I'm committed to not allowing how I feel or what I've carried to make him feel that I don't have room for him.
Okay.
Because I've been in a space
important.
where I've been, again, very successful men, and sometimes successful men are the least emotional because they got money. They're gonna throw the money at it, but do they have capacity, right? Other than that, and so I don't want my man. If I'm already gonna physically be tired, I got to at least be able to listen, right, and give him encouragement and uplift and build and be positive.
But he has to be willing to open up and talk about it too.
Yes.
You have some men that's just like, oh, never mind, I just deal with it. How was your day?
Yeah, no. It has, two-way. You have to be willing.
The
If I'm
communication
creating a
has to be there.
space for you, I want you to be willing.
Okay. I want to throw this one out here. What is the biggest misconception about dating a successful entrepreneur? What would you say is the biggest misconception about us? Because we're all entrepreneurs sitting on this.
I guess it's tiers of entrepreneur that you're dating, right? Like, I have an established business, but I'm still in the building phase. We're still hiring people. We're still getting our systems in place. And I see the light at the end of the tunnel, but I mean, I don't know if the camera's picking up the bags under my eyes, but this is real work right here. You know what I mean? But it's, like vacation every week or flying here, PJs, whatever, stuff like that. Like, this doesn't exist. Maybe not yet, maybe eventually. But it's, I think that's the biggest thing. What Instagram and social media portray versus what reality is, the actual trenches, the grind.
That's right.
I think that's the biggest thing.
Okay, so anyone can answer this. Have you ever had to choose between love and an opportunity?
I think you make that choice. No, you go ahead.
Well, no, I was going to say, I wouldn't necessarily say love. I always make choices between if I feel like a dude is worth my time or if I need to go get this bag. And sometimes he ain't talking about nothing, so I'm going to go get the bag.
Just go get the bag.
However, like real love in that relationship, because I understand. So, two things. Dating someone who understands what you do, has an entrepreneur mindset. Most entrepreneurs, to his earlier point, what we don't kill, we do not eat. If opportunities come, I need to pursue them, but it is about having the balance. I cannot be willing every time to take every single big or small opportunity and put my partner on the back burner and expect them to continue to show up and want to be there.
Okay.
Right? You have to weigh some things, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like when you're with the right person, it's never really making a decision of them over that. It's both and. and you're figuring out how you can show up in both capacities.
Okay. Anybody else want to add to that?
I'm good.
You good? Okay, so you mentioned social media. Does social media make entrepreneur relationships look happier than they really are? Taylor Swift and
Definitely.
Okay, we'll see.
Definitely.
I'm just definitely.
It does, because I personally know some people that's crying in the car, crying in the corner, but on social media, I have the bags, I have the car, I have the trips, I have the jewelry, we're in love, but when the camera stops, it's like you're lonely. Because a lot of these girls and women, they do it for the gram.
Yeah.
Like literally, like they'll date whoever's popping, who got the bag that year or whatever it is, just to flex and say, oh, I got him, but you're crying in the corner.
Yeah. Yeah.
So social media make these relationships look like they're all glamorous. Then you have the regular girls, the teenage girls, the younger women, and they're looking at that like, oh, I have to find a man that's going to buy me this, so I have to. But you don't, she's getting beat to sleep at night.
Yeah.
So you just don't know. So social media glorifies these relationships and make regular people, because we're going to say regular, because it's not social media, feel like they have to be at that standard to have whatever those girls have. And some of them girls don't even be having real stuff. Where's your stuff? That's not even real stuff.
They're perpetrating.
Yes.
Yes.
So social media make the dating pool, I've heard, is bad. And social media has a large impact on it.
Yeah, I agree with that. Anyone else? Go.
I agree, and I think from his previous question, if we're honest, a lot of times behind the scenes as entrepreneurs or just people in leadership, the core of who they are, it be boring. So there are a lot of them lack personality.
Boring.
They're hyper focused on that business, and so when all that's shut down and you with them, you're just sitting there looking at like, this man got a lot of money, but he's no character. He
Weird.
can't dress. This is not that great. So I think there are misconceptions that you've made it to some promised land, or that life is just good when you're with this person who's successful and has this money. The core of who they are may not be a great person or someone positive to experience, and that's man or woman. Like the woman can be a complete and total behind the scenes, right? Yeah. And that man is like, y'all don't even want this. You think you do, but you don't.
Really?
She can just take a cute picture.
Right.
Yes, she can take a cute picture and a nice video.
Or
But she doesn't have no conversation, no education, no nothing. Like, what do you want in life outside of a Chanel bag?
Yeah.
She doesn't know.
Don't know.
She don't know. What do you?
Because that's what she strived for. She's worked for that Chanel bag. How many men she worked for that bag?
For that bag.
That's all she know.
Marcus, you look like you want to say something to that.
I want to throw names out here. I'm gonna say it, but anyway, I got a cousin, well known, retired
He's
from
not
the
talking
NFL.
about me.
He retired from the NFL, and we talk all the time doing this. I'm gonna say this, doing this Clay Thompson and Megan Thee Stallion thing. And everybody was talking about. I knew some things because he knows them, and I'm like, oh, what? He's like, yeah, but and all the smiles and happiness, and I'm looking, going, wow, they just don't know. And it wasn't. I wasn't shocked when it came out. Clay Thompson was supposedly cheated and all this kind of thing. Well, he wasn't happy, See, we look at these two beautiful couple and all this. Then I was hearing, he dropped the ball. Well, wait a minute. We look at, she's beautiful, he's got money, whatever. Both of them have money, whatever. And everything was beautiful and glamorous, but it was not. I won't get into any details, but that type of situation, social media, we are in love with that. We in love with more than they are in love with each other, and we want to see them grow. But it wasn't, that was a fairy tale, because in the background they had some issues. And I will just say this, Clay wasn't happy, I'll put it like that.
Because we all have our opinions. I never thought they made a good couple. That's just my personal opinion. I probably shouldn't say that anyway. So moving right along.
Next.
Next. What do you guys think then, with all of this being said, what do you think is harder to maintain, a business or a relationship? Haider?
I think it comes down to your partner. If your partner is giving you a lot of stress, then that's very difficult to maintain. And then it also, you gotta feed the business, you gotta feed the relationship. But as far as the your partner goes, if they're giving you negative energy all the time and nitpicking little things, you're not going to want to feed that. Versus your business literally pays you back every time you put into it, you know? So the harder you hustle when it comes to your business, the better it'll feed you. Then it's tough because the more you hustle into the relationship, the more expectation there's going to be to maintain that level of, you know, commitment, love, affection. And then when you retract from it and focus on the other thing, what's wrong, right? What changed? What happened?
Yeah.
So I think it's easier to feed the business.
Is it selfish to put your business first temporarily? I mean, because you can't always put, you know, and I know all of you have said, you know, you got to make the time to, you know, put into the relationship. But is it selfish, you know, to put more into your business for temporarily? Is that selfish?
I think it depends on where you are in your business. If you're in the building phase of your business, I mean, you have to be selfish. You have to be really working at it. I mean, depending on what kind of business you're in, all day, all night, that has to be your primary focus. I mean, your business is your child. Your business is your husband, your father, your mother. It's everything to you. Mm-hmm. And if you don't have your business, you know, being a full-time entrepreneur, that is everything to you. You know, that is everything to you. And if you don't treat it with the respect that it deserves, you're going to lose everything. Okay. Very quickly. Otherwise, you got to go back to your
including
W-2.
the relationship.
So this has been. You guys have really dropped some nuggets, and for those entrepreneurs that are out there that are watching this, this is, you know, some great information for you to, you know, just kind of soak in and think about, you know, because relationships, being an entrepreneur, it's hard maintaining a relationship because at some point, you know, you have to spend more time at one rather than the other, you know, and like I just threw out there about being selfish temporarily, it's, you know, those are times when your business need attention, and if you don't have your business, we can't maintain our lifestyle, you know, and so there needs to be some definitely communication. I always talk about that. Communication is very key in a relationship. Everybody knows that. You know, and I think check-in points are very important. You know, if you are in a relationship and your business is, you know, at a point where it's needing your attention more, I think it wants communication, because not all the time people communicate that. They just do and do and do, and then your partner is feeling left out because you haven't communicated the fact that, you know, hey, I'm having a few issues here and I need to do this, and it's going to cause me to spend time like this, so I need you to be patient with me, you know, I haven't forgot you, take their hand or whatever. So all of that is important. With that being said, you know, I've appreciated your time. You guys have been amazing. I want to go around the circle and just have each and every one of you just give some pointers, or just give your recommendation as far as a relationship is concerned. What are some important things to keep in mind? We'll start with you, Haider.
Okay.
You sound like you was going to say
I was going to say anything. I was wondering who you wanted to start with. Important recommendations for a relationship, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, I think I mentioned this earlier. If you're going to pick a partner, you want to do some stress tests. And this is something I wish I did, you know? Maybe
stress test. How do you do a stress test?
Ghost them for a few days and see what happens, you know?
Okay.
If they're blowing up
Ghost
on you,
them.
banging on their door, maybe they're not the right one. Or maybe you like a little bit of crazy and it motivates you, you know? Yeah. But, you know...
Some people are turned on by crazy.
Uh-huh.
I thought I was too. It's not worth it. It's not worth it, folks. Trust me. But do some stress tests. See how they react in certain situations. Like, you know, hey, I gotta go back to wherever I gotta go back to visit my family. I'm gonna be gone for 2-3 weeks. You know, I'm sorry. It's just what it is. See how things transpire. I would say that, and yeah, just
Stress test.
really, as far as relationships
Stress
goes.
test, keep in mind.
If something comes between you and your business, probably choose your business, because there's a good old saying, and I probably shouldn't say this, but you'll always have, what is it? How the saying goes? You guys will always cut this out later, but it goes, you'll always get women chasing money, but you'll never get money chasing women.
No.
Okay, I know that I'm supposed to be going around.
So you'll
but
always make.
what about children?
Yeah.
What if there are children in a relationship? You said choose business
Yes.
rather than.
So when it comes to If there's children in a relationship, I think that kind of changes the dynamic. And I think really got to think about how the structure of the relationship is going to be. Who's going to be taking care of the kids? How is that structured? If you are in the building of the business phase, that kind of has to be laid out. Especially if you're leaving your W-2 job, going into building a business, that has to be very much known that, hey, you might be gone for hours throughout the day, 18 hours per day, or 20 hours per day, whatever have you. So I think that has to be very well established before going into business. Or if you already have children and you're in business, I think communication has to be key. I don't know. I've never been to that situation, so I'll let you ladies handle that question.
Ashley?
Well, as a mom, right, we often, despite what may happen in a relationship, we don't get to walk away from the family, right, because business is taking precedence. So I do think you have to be very careful about saying you just simply choose the business, right? When a family is established, there has to be a different level of analysis on how you move. As an entrepreneur, there's oftentimes we may pursue business ventures that were just not well thought out, or maybe not good, not executed well. Sometimes you will have to make the decision to go away from the business and focus on family. As parents, whether it's the father or the mom, if you're the leader of that household, you don't get a redo with your children, their upbringing, how their lives are impacted. You can, if you were successful at a business one time, you can be successful again. And so if it causes you to have to shift and work a 9 to 5 to make sure that the household or even that relationship, because even as entrepreneurs, we can't act like people are dispensable or that you just toss people away. Relationships take work. Business takes work.
Okay.
If you believe this person is a value to have along your journey and they've shown their support, you got to look yourself in the mirror if you're selfish enough to always only choose the business.
I love it.
Right?
Yeah.
You can't treat people as if they're dispensable. Without a doubt, any form of relationship, even in family, that's emotionally rooted, whereas business operates off of systems and processes.
Okay.
Okay. Your business ain't upset if you work a lot of hours and you away, but your family is impacted by that. So, depending on where you are in that phase, where you are in life, what responsibilities you already have, I think you'll know the right decision to make. But it's very important because in business, we do business with people no matter how you look at it.
Yeah.
And so if you can manage those relationships for a greater good, you can manage the relationship of the person you're choosing to be with for the greater good.
Yes.
It's about making a decision on how you do them both.
Okay. And moving to Miss London.
Wait a minute, I forgot what the question was. We just touched on a lot of stuff.
I think it was the advice. The advice
What advice?
is balance is key.
Because we got deep. We got left deep.
But let me say this. And I love this because we're getting various perspectives. Because Haider, I want to say you're single.
Yeah.
That his perspective, you heard it. Choose the business, and then you have Ashley's perspective. She's a mom. So you have to once again, as you're watching this, you got to pick and choose what works for you, because it is not one size fit all. It is what fits you. I tell people when I'm styling them. Is that don't shop for size. People like, it's an 8, I put it on, it didn't fit. You have all of these designers and their cuts are different, and so you have to look at things. I said shop for fit, not for size. Back to you.
Okay. So for me, the advice that I can give to any entrepreneur regarding being in a relationship, let it be boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whichever. Communication is like the biggest thing. If you all don't have the good communication, y'all don't communicate with each other, it's just, oh, this is my business, I'm running it, this is how I'm doing it, and you're not communicating with your spouse, it's not going to work.
Exactly.
So communication is like the biggest key. And for me, if you're not with someone that communicates, then it's going to be like you said, I choose my business. and I'm a mom, I'm a wife, but if you're not communicating properly with me and I have a business to run and this is my all in all, I'm going to choose my business. Because we'll figure out what your issue is later. But at the end of the day, this is my bread and butter. This is my son's future. This is tomorrow I have to wake up and do whatever it is I have to do. I'm going to choose my business, and then we can figure it out on the back end, but that goes back to communication.
Yeah.
So yeah, just communicate.
And this is some great stuff, man. I'm sitting here, older than everybody probably on the couch, and it's like I'm learning some stuff here. So, Marcus, what do you have to say?
Well, I'm gonna say this, and this is through experience, and I learned this the hard way. I'm gonna just say this to every couple, everybody out there. Before all the money and all the success, man, I'm gonna say her because I'm a guy. So just like her. You see, with like my wife, I like her. My cousins 2 weeks ago, hey man, we're going to Costa Rica, let's go. And she couldn't go. She said, okay, go ahead. I guess I'm gonna be at work. I said, no, I ain't going. I like her. I like being around her. Because see, if you like your spouse or you like that boyfriend, there's certain things you want to see her or him have. You want to be a part of that because I genuinely like her. You can't get love without like. You have to like them first. And you know Yumi. She blew me away when I'm like, wow, I like this woman. And here's how I know when I found out I like her. I went out 2 weeks ago. I was at downtown, wherever it was. I seen this outfit. Right away, she came to my mind. I said, man, I'm getting it for her because I like her. You see, love is something else, but if you can't get if you can't have that, you don't have anything. Nope. Because you got people married right now that they don't like each other. Absolutely. Let's like each other first. Yeah. Because that's going to build, love's going to come, respect going to come. I generally like my wife. Right now, I was just thinking about him, like when he was talking, I'm like, did she have something to eat? So I'm going to pick up some of it later when he was talking because I generally like her. Love is something else, but when you like that person in your life, there's nothing can break it up. It's stronger than anything.
Wow.
I agree. Because there's men that they love their wife, but they don't like her, and they treat her like they
treat her like they don't like her. They in it, and they doing what they have to do, doing the checklist. However, they don't like her. All of this has been wonderful, wonderful. And I thank all of you for joining me. I want to, once again, go around, and if you could just tell everyone how we can find you, on social media, etc. If you have any events or whatever coming up, if you could do that, it would be great.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Starting with you, Haider. I'm sorry.
All right, you can find me at Instagram, Chicago _cowboy.
Did you say cowboy?
Cowboy?
Say that again.
Chicago _cowboy. That's the only thing I got. Instagram. So.
Okay.
He's single for the cowgirl.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Okay, Miss Ashley, how can we find you? What do you have coming up?
I am on Instagram as Ashley Nicole, the realtor, your real estate advisor and extraordinaire. Yes. I'm also on Facebook. I go by Ashley Nicole, but if you search my full name, Ashley Nicole Tarver, you can find me there. I'll be having some home buying seminars as well as some investment seminars coming up soon.
Really?
Yeah, we'll be doing a little bit more reality TV, so you all just stay on the lookout.
Can you send me the information and can I post it on my page and everything? Because I'm interested in that too.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Very cool.
Listen, I'm your girl for your everyday. My motto is your 9 to 5 everyday person to help them establish wealth through real estate. And that's whether it's a home you own or investment properties, Airbnb, short-term rental, veteran housing, whatever that may be. My goal is to help people expand in being able to get into real estate and have that long-term.
I have one question about the real estate. Years ago, I used to hear that people were buying property for $1. Is that true?
It is true.
Okay.
Those properties are not as often available, but the biggest part is you get what you pay for. In buying that, it may cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars to renovate, and then you need to make sure that the market that you're buying in is going to give you a return on your investment after you've invested all of that because you've only paid $1 for it. So are they out there? Yes, but it's not a strategy that I promote or I lead with because it's not easy to navigate.
Okay.
Not impossible though.
Okay, I hope you guys are taking this information down. And then the London experience.
Okay, you can find me on Instagram, TikTok. What else do I do? Facebook at London C Styles, and that's Styles with a Z. Yes, I'm the hairstylist extraordinaire. Hairstylist to the gods.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
And I do have some things coming up. It's not in the hair industry, but I am in a process of opening a transitional home for domestic violence, women and children, and Ashley's gonna be my realtor.
Okay. Very nice.
Yes, and I just, I want to move forward with helping women that need help, that don't have the help, and it's close to my heart, so it's coming soon.
That is phenomenal, because that is definitely needed. I mean, just looking at the news every day and seeing all those things, that's great.
Yes, I can't wait.
Yes. And Marquise Antonio.
You can find me at I own a mold, asbestos, lead base. Haider and I do a lot of business together. You can find me at Chicago Mold, MOLD, servicesingular.com. I'm also, it's already up and running, I created a website based around what tenants and landlords are going through. They're able to put, because we have, landlords have no place to go where they can talk about getting these bad renters, and it's been really bad. And I created a website where now these landlords can go and put their experience with this bad tenant. They can put whatever they did. They can rate them 5-star, 1-star. You're able to go there and check these tenants out, and the landlords, by the way.
They're rating the tenants.
We're rating the tenants, and you can rate the landlord too.
Okay.
So it's up and running. It took a little while, but now I'm getting a lot of buzz on it. So just a place we can have some accountability, because these tenants have no accountability, and Cook County just do not. The landlords just don't have no rights almost.
Yeah.
I'm a landlord, so.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yes. Okay, so you've heard it, and these are my amazing guests, and we will definitely, I want you to definitely watch this, pass along to someone else that may need it, that's an entrepreneur that, needs to hear this or whatever, or just watch it, with you and your spouse, because you can take all of this information and apply it to other areas of your life. But once again, I'd just like to thank you for tuning in to Ask Karla Presents the Information Exchange. This was the episode talking about relationships and how entrepreneurship can enhance or affect a relationship. And definitely my guests here have dropped some nuggets. So until next time, I am Ask Karla, your host, Dr. Karla Davis Luster. You can find me at Ask Karla on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all of the platforms, and YouTube, Ask Karla as well. This episode is just one of many, and I definitely will have some more future ones. I do the information exchange, which is more career based, and then, as you know, many of you may know, I do the Us Review that talks strictly about relationships. Keep in mind that in the future, very soon, I do have my 4th book coming out. I won't drop the name, but it is coming out. If you want to purchase any of my books, they are on Walmart.com. They're on Amazon.com. You can get it at BarnesandNoble.com. And then you can go to my website, which is AskKarlaDL.com, and you can purchase my books. I have my t-shirts with the different quotes on them and different things. So until next time, thank you for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you and talking to you in the future. Bye-bye.